Good evening. This is Angel Guides again, and I'm Eileen, and I'm going to be starting off this evening with a little poem. And I hope, I wish you was all well out there and God's blessing. Okay? And this is called Blessed Little Memories, and we all have our little memories. Tender little memories of little things we've done make the very darkest day a bright and happy one. Tender little memories of some word or deed gives us strength and courage when we are in need. Blessed little memories help us bear the cross and soften all the bitterness of failure and of loss. Precious little memories are treasures you can't buy. And oh, how poor the world is compared to you and I, or to anyone that has them precious little memories, to keep them in our hearts. Yesterday I told you I was going to speak to you about Angel Uriel, but I'm going to speak to you about Archangel Raphael instead. Archangel Raphael is actually the healing angel, and he is responsible for healing the earth and its inhabitants. Excuse me, please. He is credited with healing Abraham after he was circumcised, and is the angel who handed Moses a book with all the herbs which exist to heal all our body ills. The book of Tobit in the Old Testament relates how Raphael healed Tobit's father of blindness with an ointment made from burnt gallbladder of a large fish. Okay? Raphael is the guardian of the tree of life in the Garden of Eden. He is the angel of healing, science and knowledge. His name means divine healer or God heals. Raphael assists us to heal our bodies, minds and hearts, and he helps us to achieve health and wholeness. When we open our hearts to healing, Raphael guides us to healers and therapists and counsellors who do their best to help us. As we take responsibility for our own healing, he encourages the healer that is within us, who knows what is best for our health and vitality. And he can also help us see the healing lessons of illness and to understand what suffering can teach each and every one of us. That's how, when healers has a client in and doing healing, they call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to bless and protect a person and to give healing to that person who in the place which is needed most. Okay? And healers are only a vessel that through them the healing grace can come to heal that person, in whether it be the mind, the body or the spirit. Okay? And I just want to say to you, before anyone starts healing or sits in a little room on their own, as I said to you before, it's very important to call in Archangel Michael to wrap his wings around you and protect you in that space and to help you from all negativity. I did say to you last night that we'll be talking about spirits. Now, spirits are people that we know that have passed on before us. Or if you're a medium, like myself, there are spirits that come in with people that want a reading. Okay? And usually if I'm sure all of you out there felt like something like touching your hair, like a sensation down one side of the face, a cold spot on your just on your a leg, or it could be an animal spirit, somebody breathing on you, and like a little breath of cold air going by, like one of your loved ones coming in to give you a kiss on the cheek. And what I always say to people, if you feel them sensations, just say, bless you. Okay? So you're blessing the spirit that's come into you. If somebody's coming to me for a reading, well, usually the night before, I would have a dream about that spirit. Or I'd be sitting doing a meditation before someone comes, and that person would come to me. So I'd actually know who they are. Okay, and then when the person sits in front of me that's coming for a reading, that spirit would materialize beside him. They wouldn't see it, but I would see that person in my mind's eye. And then, and to be able to do that is a great blessing, because what you're doing is you're giving that person in front of you a healing. And like, mediums don't know the future, okay? All they know is that they're given a gift from God, and that they're there to give a healing to the person that's come in for a reading, okay? And to give a blessing, because God, you know, life is very hard, and we want to know where our loved ones are gone, that they're still there, that they're not just gone and that's it, they're gone forever, okay? And numbers of times I have, you know, been blessed to have seen spirit with people that they want to pass on a message. Some people I would never have met before in my life, things I wouldn't even know about that person. And it's a blessing when you see that person walking out feeling uplifted and lighter than they were coming in. That for them they have proof, hold on, God does exist. There is a world after this one that does exist, okay? And as I said to you, you know, our loved ones come back and forth, come into our lives in spirit, you know, from time to time, to see how we're doing. And especially at times when we're in deep distress, you'll find that you were thinking about, say, your father that passed on an awful lot, or your mother that passed on, or you know, a loved one that passed on, that you're thinking of them. They're letting you know, hold on, they're around you, giving you support, they're there to help you. And just to let you know, and not, maybe not a physical help, but just to let you know, hold on, in the help, in so far as you are not alone, I am here, okay? And that is just such a blessing, okay? And never be afraid if you feel your loved one close. Just say bless you, thank you, and bless you, and just give that blessing to God, okay? Because it's just such a beautiful gift when you know, as I said before, when you can help somebody that feels so lost and grieving over a lost loved one, that to be able to say, okay, they're here, this is what they're wearing, this is what they passed on for, and this is what they want you to know, okay? And that's a gift. And as mediums and healers, what we have to do is put ourselves to one side, put our ego to one side, and just say what comes to us in total faith from God. Like, it's not black magic or tarot cards or anything like that. Not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying I just work from the grace of God. And when people come to me, I just say, give thanks to God for this reading. You know what I mean? It's nothing to do with me. It's a gift from God. It's a healing for you. And this is what mediums do and healers do when people come for a healing. As I said, healing can be mind, body and spirit. When you're giving a reading to somebody, you know, it's the spirit. You're uplifting the spirit of that person, because they're walking out uplifted by the grace of God. So remember that, you know, to call in your angels before you do a bit of a meditation, to Archangel Michael especially, you know, and to be grounded in Jesus Christ, be grounded in God, because that is what we need to be if we want to do this kind of work. We have to give the glory to God. And you know, you might think, you know, she's gone again. But listen, faith is very important in this world today. You see people walking around and they're lost and they don't have any faith. And you have to have faith in God, or whatever religion you believe in. You have to have faith to give you strength and courage to walk around and to do whatever you have to do, and all the, you know, the troubles that can come to you. And like, we're not without troubles or things happening in our lives or worries in our lives, that we need that faith. We need faith in God to do that. So tomorrow night I'll be talking a bit more about spirit, and how to, you know, how to know what's good and bad spirit, how to do, you know, to sense the difference between them, okay? But I leave you in the grace of God, and I hope you learned something from tonight, and to call in Archangel Raphael if you're not feeling well, and to ask him to give you healing to your body, mind, or spirit, because in the old Christian church, when they did healings, they healed the whole man. They healed the mind, the body, and the spirit. So that's what Archangel Raphael does. He heals the whole person. Okay, and you're called, you know, to be healed and to be whole, and to be, it does. Some people might have a sickness and say, "Oh, I'm called to be healed." You're called to be healed in spirit. You're called to be healed in your mind. You're called to be healed, to have that loving presence of Jesus Christ inside you. Because if you can't love your son, if you can't love your husband, or your brother or sister, how can you love anybody else? And you have to be able to love yourself, accept yourself as you are. And I leave you with that tonight. Accept yourself as you are, a beautiful child of God. Okay, we're not perfect. As that little poem said, you know, um, it's God's, the prodigal son. Okay, it's God's. It's God. You have to remember, let God's will be done and not yours in life. When you wake up in the morning, as I said, give thanks to God. Give thanks for waking up when your feet is on the ground, and say to God, Jesus Christ, or whoever religion you believe in, let your will be done this day, not mine. And it's, just the fact that you said them words, that in your heart you want God's will to be done. You don't want to be that selfish person, always greedy, always grabbing, always, rushing around wanting their will to be done, expecting everybody, to jump to your tune. But remember, the only person you have to heal is yourself. Don't have to heal anybody else. You heal yourself. So I leave you with that, and I'll see you tomorrow evening, okay? Good night and God bless.